G'day everyone and welcome to Nat's Knackers Yard. I'll be Nat, this will be my Knackers Yard, and this will be as clean and empty as it's looked in a bloody long time. Several purposes really. One, my sloped driveway means that if I can't ride it up I don't like pushing it down. So the fact that Kermit's running now means I could slide him out. I've moved the cat out the way. My car's there without a roof box because I've finally taken it off after Christmas. Excuse me. A little bit of prompting behind that, bearing in mind last weekend when we went into Watford, went into the Mall, went into the multi-story, and I pretty much got wedged. Not physically, I kind of got under the barrier and it moved and I thought, oh shit. And I removed that fucking great top box whilst blocking the way. The good lady drove the car in, I went up the steps carrying the lockbox. Put it back on, did our shopping, did the same again, and I carried it around the corner and reinstalled it. My own stupid fault for not taking it off earlier, but I've been so rammed with bikes, the last thing I want to do is try and carry that over the top of bikes. It just won't be fun. So yeah, right, Sting. I think I'm going to be as methodical as I can here. What I want to do is treat Sting as if he just arrived. I like him again. No, treat Sting like he just arrived. So I've got the battery on charge. I think it's pretty much charged. And I'm just going to whip the tank off and go through all the basics. So what I'm going to do is check spark first. I know it's got oil because I put it in, but I'll check the oil, make sure the oil's the right level before I do anything else. And that hasn't leaked any. The stain there was from Kermit. Check the spark. Dig through the carb, or take the carb out, dig through the carb, give it a swill out, chuck it back on, see if we get any joy, and then move on to timing and stuff. It worked and then it stopped, which to me is weird, but I think it's got spark. But we'll go through all of that, and let's do that now. In fact, just for shits and giggles, just to see if it's going to please me or piss me off. I'll just check the battery. I think the battery's charging. Yes it is. Let's just bang it on jump start one way or another. Getting a bit of a flicker off that battery. Fuel's off, which probably isn't helping. Actually, I'll do it on reserve. I don't know how much is in there. Oh, quite a lot actually. Nah, that's not playing right. So I'm going to leave that on charge. Whip the tank off. Turn the fuel off. Whip the tank off. And have a bit of a look-see. No, fuel's not attached. I forgot this said 4 carbs on it actually. It's been ages since I've played. Right, let's just grab a That's not a bad guess. I never get these things right first time. Oh, that's my new spark kit, which is considered better because it's actually got the, rather than just using a straight socket, it's got a rubber grabber in it, so I shouldn't have to piss around so much with lengths of hose. Pulls it straight out. Spark looks fine and clean. I'm never going to complain about sun, but it does make this difficult. Seems to be getting nice strong spark out of that. Now, do I have my compression tester? Probably. Right, so that's the carb stripped and cleaned. By cleaned, it wasn't that grotty, but the pilots were a bit mucky. I've returned back to the original ones, and I'm not sure if I'd give them a decent clean. I don't have any spare fuel, so I've chucked the tank back on, and it is vacuum fed, so I've sucked through the vacuum hose just to try and get that initial feel through, and I seem to be getting somewhere, although I think the battery is fucked. And we have noise again. Not particularly happy noise, has to be said. I'm just going to let that run for a little while, I think. I don't know why I'm containing my excitement so much here. Oh, you fucking beauty. Just get my head out of the way. Trouble is, I can't see. There we go. Right, I'm just going to let that go for a little while. Right, okay, so let's see if Sting moves. Idle's a little high, but the switch is a bastard to get to. Feels okay, it's not quite there, but he's moving. I do think there's a fuel supply issue. Bit of a drip from the tap, but that's the tap loose, so I can sort that. That's easy enough. More importantly, he's moving again, and he's moving nicely. And he's braking. Is he indicating? Seems to be indicating. Look at those lovely bikes. It's not cutting out. Right, I'm happy with that. I am
very happy with that. Sting is alive again. I don't think it's quite perfect. I'm going to whip the tank off and tighten up that petcock because that's pissing me off. But yeah, happy.
Right, so I've just sorted that leak out on the tank. I've replaced the vacuum hose and it sounds so much better. See if I can just drop that idle a bit, it's a bit high. It's a pain in the arse to get to on this. I think that is happy. Get it dressed back up again. Probably do with a bucket of water thrown on it. Slightly hanging on the revs. Might just have a quick play with the air fuel screws. I did reset them when I had the carb off and set them at 2. And do you know what? I'm not going to. I think I'm fine with that. Right, I might just have another quick go up and down the hill. I don't think I'll bother filming it actually. I'll just leave this running. Happy. So, just get this off. Clip my mic back on. Yes. So what do we think? I think it was the pilot jets. Spark was fine. I don't think it's the timing. Oh, I think when I went back to the original pilot jets, I'd cleaned them. I certainly cleaned them enough. So I really quite went at them this time round. It's all nicely buttoned up. The fuel tap being slightly loose was my own fault, but actually what was really, I was certain it was something to do with the feed, so it's vacuum fed from the side. I was using the original vacuum pipe because it's got a nice bend to it, but I do wonder if there's a rip in this somewhere that I haven't found. And actually it was a little bit loose on the sprocket, so on the snag itself, so I might have to redirect that if that's a bit close to that hot pipe. Oh well, right, another thing. Yeah, so I don't know whether or not it was just sucking air a bit and not giving it enough fuel. And I think a contribution of all of the above caused the issue in the first place. But yeah, happy. Oh, what next? I don't think I need to tinker with it anymore. I really don't. It obviously needs an MOT. I'm going to have to do some checks in terms of, it's got really soft suspension at the front, but I don't know if that's just the bike. I think I might have a fork seal issue though. No, maybe not. No, maybe it's just a soft suspension bike. I don't know. Yeah. I suppose an MOT will tell, won't it? Happy. Right, so let's just do one more just for shits and giggles. What's going on, people? I've got, oh, I don't think I mentioned on this actually, the phaser went last night as well. So I've got some cash in my pocket, some room in my, well, yeah, in my garden, because it was in the garden because I ran out of space in here, and I now have 3 functioning bikes in this garage. Now that has not happened in a long time, and it might be a bit of a race to see whether or not Kermit sells, because as Kermit went on the market yesterday, before I get this through MOT. I didn't know. That's alright. I was just thinking, it looked like I didn't have any fluid in there. It did, and it's bang on. Yeah, well, bugger me, whatever next. And I've also got some bits and pieces that I need to sell off. Right, that'll do me. Not a bad weekend all in all. Sun's out. I'm in my t-shirt. I'm hot. How cool's that? I've got 3 awesome bikes, all of which run and ride, and I need to get this MOT'd. It's probably not going to happen during the week, frankly. Things are a bit hectic at work. Brilliant. Right, happy Nat. Cheers all, and I'll catch you on the next one. How's that for a soundtrack? Oh, that's what I do it all for. Cheers all. Really going this time.